Yo, what's up, guys? American Mexican Gunslingers going live right now. If it looks a little bit fuzzy, my HDMI cord broke because I was an idiot and I pulled it out of the socket, and so right now I'm using my laptop to go live. You know what I mean? But man, today I got a lot of discuss a lot of things. Um, I ended up going to church today for the first time in probably over a few months, and man, I'm not surprised about it. I'm just disappointed. You know what I'm saying? I have nothing against these people. I have nothing against the church. You know what I mean? But it's just like, there's so much to discuss right now, you guys, and it's just I don't have the words to describe it right now. I really don't. The only thing I can do is just throw a few Bible verses in there and see what's up and see how everything correlates with what I'm saying, and hopefully you guys get the bigger picture on what I'm trying to say. But yeah, those of you guys on Rumble, what's up, guys? What's up? Like I said, leave your comments below on what I'm saying, what you think. You guys on YouTube watching me, leave your comments below. On what you think, because my opinion is just minuscule compared to the rest of y'all people around there. But yeah, let's just get to it, you guys. But oh man, today this was such a crazy day, you guys. It was just a crazy day. And it's hard for me to talk about it a little bit without, being a judgmental person. But at the same time, I'm trying to be realistic about these things. You know what I mean? I'm trying to be realistic, and I'm trying to put the word out there and to show you guys the how to expose darkness, you know what I'm saying? And shine a light through it with Jesus Christ and God. And it's just there's so much light that's been shined through this darkness that I've been seeing all these evil wicked things, and it's just kind of, it's not scary, but it's more like irritating in a way that it's just like, oh man, like it's hard for me to even like describe it sometimes, So I'm just gonna pull up a few Bible verses here and there, and I'm gonna show you guys, this. All right, guys, we're gonna go. The first one is Matthew chapter 15, verse 8. This people draweth nigh unto me with their mouth and honoreth me with their lips, but their heart is far from me. So, like I said, I went to the church today, and they were doing how we call the Sunday show, praising and worshiping and singing. But these people, I'm not even exaggerating, but these people had no spiritual connection with singing for the Lord. And this got me to thinking, be like, why does everyone sound like spiritually dead? Like I'm not exaggerating here when I'm telling you guys this, but it sounds like they have no sympathy or no love towards God himself, you know what I'm saying? And what's up, Morgan? And it just sounded dead. You know what I'm saying? And it was just like weird. Like I was looking at everybody and I'm just like, nobody's singing in the altar. Nobody's saying anything about Jesus. No one's praising him. The only singers I can hear are the ones that are actually like singing, with their guitars and their microphones. That's all I can see. But everyone else, there was a big old TV right there, a big old I don't know how you call those things, prompters or whatever, right there with all the lyrics and verses that they can sing along, and nobody was singing along, you guys. I was just like, what the heck? I'm like, then why even go to church if you guys don't have the spiritual energy to worship the Most High? It just doesn't make sense to me, you know what I mean? And I'm just like, what? Like, because a friend invited me to church, like, he's a good man, you know what I'm saying? He's done great things, but like, this church just seemed spiritually dead. It seemed like everyone who just went there just goes there just to go there because they either know that they're sinners and they want to like figure out a way to change their life in a certain direction, but these people are not really putting the works. I'm gonna tell a little story after these Bible verses about this, which kind of broke my heart a little bit. But let's go. I'm gonna go to the next one. Isaiah chapter 29, verse 13, and it says, "Wherefore the Lord said, For as much as this people draw near me with their mouth and with their lips do honor me, but have removed their heart far from me, and their fear toward me is taught by a prescript of men." So the churches and the pastors and the preachers and the priests, all these people, they want you to worship the Lord. You know what I'm saying? They want you to do this, but then they do it in their own way that is not from the Bible. You get what I'm saying? It's not from his scriptures, it's not from his word. So they try to seem like they're doing the right thing and try to seem like they're heading the right path, but in reality, they're leading these people towards a different direction that is taught by man, not by God himself, not by the word, not by the scripture. And that's what kind of irritated me there too. The no offense to the pastor or whatever, but he was like talking about sheep and wolves clothing and stuff, and I'm like, dude, you're kind of, telling these people who you kind of are in a way. And these people were just, like I said, they sounded spiritually dead. They didn't know what was going on. They sounded like kind of like out of it, and it didn't seem like they were on fire for Christ. Which oh my gosh, it was just kind of like I need to get out of here. But at the same time, I wanted to have respect for my buddy that invited me, and I'm just like, I'm gonna sit through this whole congregation and see how it goes and plays. But man, I don't know, man. It just seemed like these people were just, saying words to tickle our ears, you know what I'm saying? That wasn't necessarily accurate with scripture. I mean, they did say a lot of good facts about everything that they were talking about, but it just seemed like they weren't guiding the people to the right direction. So I'm going to go to the next one. 1 John chapter 2 verse 9, it says, "He that saith he is in the light and hateth his brother is in the darkness even until now." I'm going to come back to this one, but guys, today what I seen after church is what really broke my heart, and it really got me mad. In the last few scriptures, I'm going to talk about it too as well, but I did not want to be known. I did not want to be seen. You know what I'm saying? But it irritated me so much that I had to do something about it. You know what I mean? And it's just, man, I really can't. It's just so horrendous what I seen today, and it was terrible. The whole outcome was terrible. You know what I mean? But it's just some people, they think they're pushing people to the right direction, the right and the narrow path, but in reality, they're pushing them towards darkness. And that's what I'm trying to do with these videos with you guys. I'm trying to guide you towards the light. I'm not trying to make you, go towards the evil side. I'm not trying to take sides from which and who. I'm just trying to put you to that narrow path. You know what I'm saying? Get a mustard seed planted in your head so you can decide whether or not what you want to do with your life. You know what I mean? These things are meant to help you through your course of life and the direction you're going to take with your life. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to force you what to do something for your life. I'm not trying to force anything upon anybody. You can't force this upon nobody. If they don't want it, they don't want it. You know what I mean? And yeah, Morgan, yeah, you're right, man. Majority of this church is phony, bro. It really is. But like what I'm saying is like I'm trying to give you scriptures to help you. You know what I'm saying? Everyone's different. Everyone has their own way on figuring out how they're gonna find Jesus Christ and God and worship Him in their own way. As long as they're doing the works and following Scripture, you're good. You're good. You're golden. You know what I'm saying? I am nobody to tell you what to do, but today is just it just got under my skin. You guys. Oh man. All right, I'm gonna go to the next one. Titus chapter 1 verse 16, it says, they profess that they know God, but in works they deny him, being abominable and disobedient, and unto every good work reprobate. So I'm gonna talk about it, you guys. I'm gonna talk about what really ticked me off today. I was I was driving away from church. You know what I'm saying goodbye to my buddy and whatever, and ah, dang Morgan. Yep, yes sir. Man, I hope you're doing better, bro. I really do. I'll pray for you, brother, for real. But anyways, you guys, I was leaving church and I was at a stop sign. There was a homeless man sitting in front of the church, you guys, like across the street, sort of say, not in front, but across the street. And this man, this homeless man, he didn't ask for a dollar. He didn't ask for money. He didn't ask for food. He asked for a prayer, you guys. He asked for a prayer. And he was telling two young gentlemen from that same church that I got out of, and those gentlemen ignored the man. They completely ignored the man, you guys. I was so anger doesn't even phantom, but I couldn't hate on these people because they don't know what they're doing. You know what I mean? So I prayed for him from through the car. I was like, I'll do a prayer for you, brother, and I did. And I felt like it wasn't enough. You know what I'm saying? I felt like it wasn't enough. I went to McDonald's. Some of you guys be like, oh, why you going to McDonald's? I don't have that much money, guys. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm broke myself, but that's all I can afford at that time. I can't go to the organic store and go get it because we're like almost half an hour away. So I went down the street, grabbed two McChickens, and grabbed them a Coke. And when I got out, there was a man going through the drive-through asking for food. People be like, "Can you please give me some food?" I took one of the McChickens out and I gave it to him. You know what I'm saying? I'm just telling my story. I'm not trying to put any like clout on me. I'm just saying what happened. And he knows, oh, thank you, sir, thank you, and he grabbed his food and he just dipped. That's it. Nothing more to the story. You know what I'm saying? So I grabbed the extra big chicken I had and the Coke, and I drove back to where that man was. You know what I'm saying? And when I got there, how do you call it? He was still there, and then I handed him the food and I handed him the Coke, and he's like, oh, he goes, oh man, he goes, yeah, that was you in the car, right? And I'm like, yeah, yeah, yeah. And he goes, can you sit down with me and can you hear one of my prayers? And I sat down with the man, you know what I mean, and I grabbed his hand, and he started praying, and it's just that love that I felt from that man was more honorable than what I heard in that church sermon the whole hour. You know what I'm saying? And I stayed with that man for a few minutes and talked up and, had a discussion in here and there. But, and I gave him like a few bucks. And from that point on, I was just like, I can't describe it. I can't say it's anger, but it was disappointment that he was asking for a prayer and those gentlemen just dipped. They left. And I'm like, what the, like, how? Like, you go to this church, you call yourself a Christian, yet then a homeless man asks you for a prayer. You completely ignore the man and continue on with your day like nothing has occurred. You know what I'm saying? People That's why I call out the church. That's why I say some of these people are fake, you guys. These are fake Christians. They call themselves Christians, but they're not. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go to the last few Bible verses here, and I'm gonna keep talking about it, man. Damn, bro. I pray for you, brother Morgan. You know what I mean? Yeah, sober life. It's not easy, brother. It's not easy. You know what I'm saying? It's not easy. You know, man. Just get better, man. Things are crazy right now as we're talking, but I'm gonna read this Bible verse. John 3 John chapter 1 verse 11. Beloved, follow not that which is evil, but that which is good. He that doeth good is of God, but he that doeth evil hath not seen God. That's why I was not angry at these folk, because like I said, they're preaching that they're Christians or so-called Christians, but in reality they don't even know who God really is. They don't have a spiritual connection or a relationship with him. And that's what breaks my heart, is that all these people, when I was in that church, they sounded spiritually dead. They sounded like they didn't have the true works of God in them, and it just felt disappointing. I wasn't even angry with the pastor. I wasn't even angry with these people. I was just disappointed. I was just like, I love you guys. You guys are great, but I'm just like, what's going on with you guys? You know, I am nobody to judge these people. You know what I mean? Everyone's going through their own life, their own BS in this world. But we, as fellow people that worship and follow Jesus Christ and follow Yahshua HaMashiach and follow the Most High, we have an obligation to understand that we are the ones to encourage people to follow the Most High and to do it lovingly and kindly and with full heart and with all our soul and all our might. But these people seem like they didn't have that, you guys. And that's what's kind of bothering me in today's world, is the fact that a lot of people have lost faith in the church. You know what I'm saying? Even myself, you know what I mean? But it's not the church that makes us worship God. It's us people who have a spiritual connection, spiritual relationship with the Most High. We are the church, you guys. The people are the church. It's not a building, because in the end, everyone just leaves the building. It's just empty, with empty pews. You know what I mean? But if you go to church, you know what I mean? No, and if your church is great, great. Your church is awesome. It's great. You know what I mean? I have nothing against the church. But what I'm saying is today's churches here in America are not the best. They're not the greatest. There is homeless men across the street, and what did these churchgoers do when they left the church? Nothing but ignore these people, especially one homeless man. It just takes one person to do something about it. You know what I mean? Just one. I'm not I'm just one person, you know what I mean? And I'm not trying to get clout for this. I'm just telling you what I experienced today. And that's why I had to do this live. It's just irritating sometimes, you guys, seeing other people call themselves Christians and they just ignore a homeless man asking for a prayer. You know what I'm saying? Because this whole country needs a prayer right now with all these spiritually dead people. You know what I'm saying? They have no faith in the Most High. They just keep feeding their flesh instead of feeding their spirit. It's a very sad world that we live in nowadays, and it's just coming closer and closer, and it's starting to be more out there, you guys. So this is my last verse that I gotta talk to you guys about. Matthew chapter 6, verse 1 through 2. It says, "Take heed that ye do not your alms before men to be seen of them. Otherwise ye have no reward of your Father which is in heaven. Therefore, when thou doest thine alms, do not sound a trumpet before thee, as the hypocrites do in the synagogues and in the streets, that they may have glory of men. Um, verily I say unto you, they have their reward. So today was a day where I didn't go up to that homeless man because I wanted to be seen by the church. You know what I'm saying? I didn't care who saw. I didn't care. I can care less who saw or who didn't. What I cared about was that this homeless man was asking for a prayer, and two so called Christians ignored the man. They completely ignored him. You know what I'm saying? I don't know for what occasional reason, you know what I'm saying? You know, like he was also, smoking weed. You know what I mean? He didn't look apart, but at the same time, I'm not gonna judge a man who does that. I just ain't. You know what I mean? Like everyone has their own demons inside, but when a man is asking you for a prayer, not even for money or anything, and these so-called Christians ignore him because of what he's doing or the way he looks, it's just wrong in my opinion. And and that's what I am so disappointed in this, because these gentlemen could have just been like, "All right, I'll pray with you." You know what I'm saying? And they could have just done the prayer and all that, and I don't know, man. It's just today was just a weird day. It was just the weirdest day ever, and a lot of people think that they're on the right side with God, but in reality, prayer without works is dead, you guys. And many people, like I said, many people, even homeless people, can be disguised as angels, you guys. Angels. And this man, he even told me himself, he goes, that was one of God's tests, and those men failed that test. You know what I mean? I overheard it from a car. You know what I'm saying? Because he was like, "Can you pray with me?" And I heard him, like, his voice going lower and lower. He goes, "Please, no, okay." And I heard all that. You know what I mean? And that's what kind of like just got my blood boiling. You know what I mean? I didn't, like I said, I don't care. I don't want to be seen by anybody. I can care less who sees and who doesn't. You know what I mean? I the reward that I want is gonna come from God, from the Most High, Jesus Christ, Yahshua Hamashiach. So I encourage you folk out there, if there's a homeless man out there, anybody in need, a widow, an orphan, anybody like that, go ahead and try to help them the best you can, you guys. You never know if you're gonna help an angel or not. You know what I mean? And this man, his prayer that he did was some of the cleanest prayers I've ever heard, coming from a man like that. I don't even know if this guy was even a dude. You know what I'm saying? He could have been an angel for all I know. You know what I mean? So you never know when the Lord is going to try to reward you for the things that you do. Like I said, prayer without works is dead. You know what I mean? So this man completely made my whole day, you guys. I'm telling you. This man completely made my day. And it's just crazy that there's churches all around us, everywhere, in every street corner, but yet then this country's falling apart slowly. You know what I mean? It's like over there in North Carolina with all the hurricanes that hit. You know, they need so much help, and these people are suffering so much. You know what I mean? And yet then, FEMA, Red Cross, all these organizations that are supposed to be helping, they're not doing anything about it. And that's the same way that I felt with this church. It's kind of like that. These people are on spiritual life support, and they need to be spiritually guided to the Most High in a way that they can be doing it lovingly and kindly, and with full heart and with all their soul. You know what I'm saying? I'm not giving this message out here to be like, "Oh, you're a bad person. Oh, you're a demon. Oh, you're this." No, I don't condemn anybody. Everyone has their own demons. Everyone goes through their own things in life. You know what I'm saying? I just want you guys to do better for yourselves. You know what I mean? I want you guys to do way better for yourselves. Spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally. I want you guys to be better for yourselves. We got this whole election coming up, and the world is crumbling before our very eyes, you guys. There's so much things going on around the world. And today that it made me feel like some of these churches are kind of hopeless in a way when it comes to spirituality and having a relationship with the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Um, and that's why I pray for those who are going through hard times. You guys, I really do, because it's not easy going through certain things in life. And honestly, what this country needs is to be more spiritually in line with the Most High, with Yahshua HaMashiach, with Jesus Christ. You know what I mean? Leave your comments down below on what you guys think. You know what I'm saying? And that was just my little rant for today. I had to do this live and tell you guys what's going on. But, everyone has their own opinion. Everyone lives their own life. Everyone does things their own way. We cannot force anybody, anything upon anybody. You know what I mean? And it's just sad to see the church like that. You know what I mean? And this was a Baptist church, so I don't know. I can't really say that much about it. People went in there. They praised the Lord, and I can't really say that much about it. You know what I'm saying? Just follow the Most High. Keep your hopes up for Jesus Christ and God. Don't have hatred towards one another. You know what I'm saying? Everyone has their own demons. Everyone's going through their own phase. You know what I'm saying? Even these LGBT people, they're demon possessed. They don't know any better. All we can do is just show them that the Most High is the greatest and the most awesomest, most loving, kind God that has ever been, ever. That's all we can do is just show them the righteousness of His love, because He gives us unconditional love, you guys. So all we can do is try to follow His works and follow His narrow path, and we can get through a lot of BS in this world. Satan wants to control a lot of things, you guys. Satan wants to control the church. Satan wants to control these government organizations. Satan is in control right now, you guys. Satan is in control of the synagogues, the temples, everything that is happening around the world. You know what I'm saying? And the crazy part is that these churches, they don't want you to follow God and Jesus Christ spiritually. They want you to follow Him through the Bible, which I tell you folk to read the Bible and all that, but you have to put in the work to have a spiritual relationship with the Most High, you guys. You know what I'm saying? That's sometimes even giving up certain sins. You know what I'm saying? You sometimes have to do these sacrifices for Him because Jesus, He sacrificed Himself for us. Remember that, you guys. Thank you guys for watching. I'm American Mexican Gunslinger. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think. Yeah, bro. Yeah, Morgan. There is no more Holy Spirit in the churches, man. You know what I'm saying? And I had, like, I'm being honest today, man. I seen the Holy Spirit more with this one homeless man than that entire congregation, and that's saying a lot, you guys. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys around. Peace.